public policy in India. So public policy in India between 1947 to 1991. Okay, tell me, what do you think? What type of public policy? Public policy in India from 1947 to 1991. It is state-led public policy, both formulation, implementation, evaluation. Yes, and the public policy between 1947 to 1991 is non-participative, non-democratic. It is top-down approach. It is involvement of only state actor, involvement of only state actor in policy. So it is non-participative, non-democratic, top-down, and involvement of only state actor in public policy. Okay, এগুলা citizen completely not taken into account. Only bureaucracy-led public policy formulation. Yes. So post 1991, what happened? In 1991, we have two development. One is implementation of new right philosophy as new economic policy or LPG. So the new economic policy or LPG, it result into growth of private sector and market. These are non-state actor and good governance paradigm. Legislative, executive, judiciary, civil society, private sector, market, and NGO. Good governance paradigm want association of non-state actor in governance process. Non-state actor in the process of governance. And just show you the question. uh, Look at this. How do you explain the changing nature of public policy in contemporary India? This question is asked in 2018. What we are discussing now. The changing nature of public policy in contemporary India. Listen, syllabus only mention relevance of public policy, formulation, implementation. If you go according to the syllabus, you will miss everything. You need to go according to the question. Read according to the question. Read according to question, previous year question. Syllabus, if you go according to syllabus, you miss many things. This is important. So I repeatedly said previous year question. Okay, other question are simple. Evaluate policy making process, region and process of public policy evaluation. Public policy is a context driven and goal oriented exercise. It is a mirror reflecting ideology of the country. Changing nature of public policy. It is very contemporary question. Changing nature of public policy in contemporary India. Discuss the process of public policy formulation. Relevance of public policy has increased tremendously in 21st century. What role public administration play in formulation and implementation? In formulation and implementation, it is in formulation role of public administration as secretariat, implementation directorate or line agency, secretariat or staff agency. Why we study public policy in a democracy? Democracy means people. People are empowered. So if public policy is not centered to public or citizen, the ethos of democracy will lost. And the key actor in public formulation process, key actor, both official, non-official, both official actor and non-official actor. Role of civil service in implementation, line agency or directorate. Role of civil service in implementation, from directorate, from director revenue to a OMIN, all are part of. From director Panchayati Raj department to a PEO, Panchayat Executive Officer, all are part of line. So role of civil service is very important in implementation of public policy. So when you become a BDO, Tahsildar, Tahsildar, DSP, you are what? You implement public policy. You implement. But any section officer, ASO, or when you will appoint as a assistant secretary in secretariat, you are formulating public policy. Okay, so question. Always remember, I repeatedly said question. You read according to the question. Okay, these 10 questions are asked. So we should study a particular unit in a manner that cover all previous year question. Otherwise, what happen? You will miss out. If you read according to the syllabus, you cannot write all question. So read always according to the question. Yes, cover the syllabus, but questions should be given importance more than the syllabus. So, good governance paradigm, what it said? Good governance paradigm said associate non-state actor in governance process. So now what happened? The public policy formulation, it become participative, it become democratic, it become decentralized, because citizens participation in public policy increase through civil society, NGO, private sector market. And second thing, role of supranational body in public policy formulation. So role of supranational body means role of United Nations Organization, role of World Bank, role of IMF, role of WTO. All play a very important role in public policy formulation in India. You all know. Good governance paradigm. And also we are living in the era of global constitutionalism. We are living in an era of international public administration or new comparative public administration, macro prospective, what we have discussed under comparative public administration, that impact of supranational body on the administration of a developing nation. So remember, 1991 not only promote participative, democratic, decentralized public policy formulation, but also role of impact of supranational body on public policy process. Clear? After that, what happened? In 1992, we have PRI 73rd, 74C. And we all know PRI uses three tier of government: Jilla Parishad, Panchayat Samiti, Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha, which is the smallest unit of governance, it has all say in a public policy. The 73rd CA give much more authority and power to the Gram Sabha. So what do we found? Citizen participation in policy formulation, and also Gram Sabha promote citizen participation in policy implementation. And everyone know the concept of social audit. Audit is nothing but a mechanism to evaluate public policy. And under social audit, citizen evaluate public policy. So what happened? So PRI bring a very drastic change, drastic impact on public policy process. Not only it facilitated citizens' participation in policy formulation, but also citizens' participation in policy implementation and also evaluation. Next very drastic change what we found in 1997, it is citizen charter. Citizen charter which is impact of new public management. And new public management, everyone know it is profit oriented, profit oriented, market oriented, efficiency, customer centric. It focus on feedback, customer centric feedback mechanism, and it focus on value for money. So what we found, feedback is also one type of citizens participation. So citizen charter, it facilitate citizen participation in public policy formulation and implementation. And in citizen charter, there is grievance redressal mechanism, there is feedback mechanism. So through this, citizen can evaluate a public policy. So this is how citizen charter impact over public policy process. After that, we have IT in 2000, and IT has bring citizen and administration closer. IT brings citizen administration closer. So now with IT, now it IT facilitates citizen participation in policy formulation. mygov.org. Okay, so IT 2000. After that 2005, we have two development. One is RTI. Through RTI, citizen participate in policy implementation and policy evaluation. So suppose there is a project going on, you can go and you ask RTI that what is the status of that particular project. So citizen participation in policy implementation and also evaluation. After a project, you seek RTI that give me everything about this project. So this is how RTI facilitates citizens' participation in policy implementation and policy evaluation. In 2005, another development happened, that is Second Administrative Reform Commission report come. And the second ARC it recommend to facilitate citizen participation in policy formulation, policy implementation, policy evaluation. Second ARC promote citizen centric policy process. Citizen centric policy process. It promotes citizen centric policy process, decentralized planning. It promotes decentralized and democratic planning. It promotes decentralized and democratic planning. Next, 2005, 2015, we have Niti Ayog. Niti Ayog, you all know, it promotes democratic planning or democratic policy formulation. It gives authority to PRI to formulate its own plan. So this is how Niti Ayog Niti Ayog promoted democratic decentralized planning. 2009 Government of Odisha come Mo Sarkar and 5T, and under this every office has two box, suggestion box, অভিমত বাক্স and অভিযোগ বাক্স, grievance box. What is suggestion box? This is citizens participation in policy formulation. Grievance box, grievance redressal mechanism of citizen. So Government of Odisha facilitates citizens participation in policy formulation through Mo Sarkar and 5T. And what we found, you can write that every office, in every government office in Odisha, we found one box, that is suggestion box, Abhimata Baksa. So citizen can give their suggestion, citizen can give their creative idea, and basis of those idea, this government will formulate policy. Okay, and we find another example you can give during COVID-19. We find many states, we find Delhi. Delhi seeks suggestion from citizen that how to tackle this crisis. So citizen can give their suggestion in a particular portal and government will take this suggestion. Prime Minister Modi in Man Ki Baat, he wants suggestion from people and he implement many suggestions. So Man Ki Baat, my.gov.org, all these facilitate citizens participation in administration. And in Odisha, Mo Sarkar and 5T. Mo Sarkar and 5T promote citizens participation in administration. This is what changing nature of public policy in India, which is from 1947 to 1991, the public policy is rigid, non-participative, non-democratic, close approach, involvement of only official actor, that is legislature, executive, judiciary, and bureaucracy come under the executive. So executive, legislature and judiciary only involved in public policy process, that is formulation, implementation, evaluation. But what we found post 1991, involvement of non-state actor, involvement of supranational body in the process of policy formulation, implementation, evaluation. So 1991 is a milestone in Indian public policy where we found significant improvement, significant reform in policy process. Okay.